Hey guys, Andressa here from Awakening Minds. This video is about emotional suffering and our entitlement to suffer. Our attachment to our belief system and how this alone creates so much resistance for us to move forward, to heal. You see, after so many experiences in my life and many that went the way I wanted to and so many that went the other way. After working with so many people all over the world, and especially working with myself, understanding myself, my mind, my emotions, my patterns, I am certain that the most dense, the most toxic and difficult personality trait is this stubbornness and entitlement to suffer. By the way, I'm in Puerto Princesa in the Philippines in a cafe, so there are people around. Don't mind the noises and maybe people moving behind me. But I just felt the desire to share this because it's such an important subject, guys. We always sabotage ourselves, especially people who are not yet familiar to the mind, familiar how the mind works. We really get confused between who we are and what our mind is. Our mind is a compilation of our experiences we had, beliefs we developed, and values that were sometimes even enforced into us. And most of it helps us until a certain age because we don't have the right awareness, and we need a mechanism to help us grow and survive in the world, really. Because the mind understands, this way is dangerous, so I should choose the other way. This is easier, so I should go here. But if you are always enforced to do the same thing, think the same thoughts, feel the same way, take the same road, you're always gonna get the same results. That's not a secret, right? But we continue to try, believing that fate or experiences or the outer world is happening randomly. It's not dependent on us and our belief system and the way we behave. And then we never create the change we need. We want happiness, we want abundance, we want joy, we want love. But we are going the opposite way with our belief system. And I used to be very stubborn myself. You see, I grew up in a very, very difficult, challenging home and family. And I had to develop many survival mechanisms in life. They served me a lot in the beginning, and they were taking me where I wanted. I was the first person in my family to go to college. I was the first person in my family to get a passport, to travel abroad, to learn another language. And everything I usually would be focused on, I would achieve, especially professionally. But then after my late 20s, early 30s, I saw that a lot of repetition and pain and suffering was still there. And then I started questioning everything. But I used to defend and be very protective over my belief system. I was very stubborn. Only life kicking me in my stomach many times. And, having to start rock bottom many times and feeling bad many times. And not understanding how to get out of cycles that were just repeating themselves. No matter what I did or no matter the choices I made, I always came back to the same places. Then eventually I had to surrender, and I had to accept the fact that it was me. It was always me who was creating those situations, who was attracting those conflicts and those people, those kind of jobs, and the money issue. It was me. But then that was the best thing I could ever do, because then I had power to change my life. So I still meet people on my travels, and sometimes we discuss things, and then they mention many problems that have been repeating themselves for many years, and they mention physical healthy issues they have been facing, like many types of food allergies and skin problems and chronic disease. They're so young, like in their 30s, like or even early 40s. A lot of sinusitis, arthritis, and many things that they're not supposed to have at such a young age. And when I ask about their emotional system, how they have been, they really don't believe it is related, and they fight for their allergy, they fight for their healthy issues, like they want to protect it, like it's part of them. And there are a lot of people trying to protect their behaviors and their situation, even though they're not happy with that. Like somebody who has been in scarcity for the past 5, 10, 20 years, for an entire lifetime of scarcity, and they're still not considering to look within, still not considering to question their minds and their belief system, their choices in life, even though they want more money. Somebody, if is dating somebody or looking for a relationship and it hasn't happened for the past 5, 10, 20 years, and they feel lonely, or they feel without guidance in life, they feel without purpose, they feel hopeless, but they still not willing to face it, they still not willing to go within, they're still entitled. And by being entitled to protect that suffering, pain, the repetition, there is no other way. You just continue to repeat it and continue to spend all your energy swimming against the current, because it's always us who create the thoughts, the emotions, the behaviors. They create our reality, they create who we are, they take us where we are now, us, ourselves. Not the government, not the family, not the parents, not the relationship, not the neighbor, not the boss. Yes, they are a reflection of what is inside your mind now. And then you can take these cues and start really changing the aspects you're not happy about. Alright, so this is my message for you today. Don't protect your belief system. You are not your mind.